Alright boys, welcome back to another S1KDK video, and in today's video we finally got these off of Facebook Marketplace. I spent $200 for two of them, so this and this. They're both heads. Right now we're just kind of taking it apart but as you guys can see on the bottom end, and I don't know much about engine work guys, I've told you guys this from the beginning, but there is a pretty big gap right there. You can see right there, and then it is missing a valve. So we're gonna kind of interchange some parts. That's why he gave us this one to like, here, take this off, put this one in, blah, blah, blah. The CBR 600RR is still in the same position as the last video. We just got the head off in last video. I just ordered a new gasket right away because this one looks fine, but you're just supposed to. Might as well spend $70 on the gasket, which is absolutely outrageous, by the way. This is the old head. You guys can see that the score marks are pretty big on the intake side. So that is the intake cam that sits right here, and that's the one that snapped. Went all over the place, scored it all up. If we have to reuse some of this stuff, we will. That's fine. I'm just gonna be interchanging parts until we have one full block, and then we're gonna let it sit in oil parts cleaner to let it sit, because this guy has had that head in his storage unit for like over a year, probably even longer, but that's what he told us. So what we are going to be doing is doing some surgery on the head itself. So this needs a new valve right here and maybe right here, because this one isn't seen correctly. So we are gonna grab it from this. So Alex has this cool tool that I've never heard of in my life, because I've never done this before, that pushes it down. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of show you guys what it's doing here. So it gives you access to those shims right in there. Are they called shims, Alex?
Keepers.
Keepers. They're called keepers. So that right there is called keepers. He's grabbing a little magnet right now. So now the keepers are out. These are very small pieces of metal that you should not lose, because if you lose it, you're kind of fucked. You're not gonna be able to find one.
No.
Awesome, so we're already getting that one out, and now when this comes back up, the valve should be somewhat free, right, Alex? Yeah, so that is what we're doing right now. I'm gonna put the time lapse back just so that you guys kind of see what we're doing. We're taking all the buckets out. These buckets right here will not come out because of how bad the cam that snapped in half on this old head. The buckets won't come out because the metal smushed so much, which is fine. We have extra buckets, but it's just something kind of cool that I wanted to show you guys. This is something I've never seen before, and I'm sure that most of you have never seen this before either, unless if you're an engineer or something like that. Bada bing, bada boom. The valve is out. Look at that. So there is one. This is the intake side. So here is one intake valve. Cool, man. Cool. Learn something new every day. So Alex's dad pointed out that these valves aren't seating correctly because they are just bent. They're bent. It's a point of no return for this head. So this head is junk. What we found out is this head over here, this one actually has all of the valves still seated very correctly. All of them are good. This head was just missing the buckets. So we're gonna put the buckets in there. We're gonna time it. We're gonna put the cams in here. Right now, we took all of the inside of the head out. These are little springs. There's actually two of them, which is pretty cool. I'll try to show you guys. There's two springs in each thing, and that's what holds your valve, and then it bounces back whenever it needs to. So we took all of this out. We're gonna inspect it. We're gonna clean it. We're gonna clean all of this extra gasket and kind of rust off of here with just a Scotch pad or maybe a razor blade, just very lightly get over it. So that's what we're doing right now. So we're just swapping parts all over. You see there's parts all over the table. So that's what we're doing. Just wanted to kind of explain to you guys of why all of a sudden we went from this head to this head in the time lapse.
And another thing to be mindful of is why we're just gonna discard this one is because of the valve guides. We have no way to check if they're good because we don't have a tool that measures that small. So we're not gonna chance this head that we don't know about since the bent valves.
Yep.
So we're just gonna run the one we're for sure on.
Right. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. And these valves are looking pretty good and straight. We're gonna clean up all of the valves with a Scotch pad and maybe some WD-40 just to get them nice and lubricated, because this has been sitting for God knows how long, right? God knows how long. So we're just gonna lubricate everything, clean it out all good. You can see that there's a bunch of gunk in there. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Go back to the time lapse. Alright guys, so we took all of the valves, the springs, everything out of this so we could get nice deep in there and clean it good. So we put it in a bunch of gas, a bunch of race gas and diesel gas just to make it cleaned all nice up. And then I took just an air compressor, air hose, and cleaned it all out. So now all of the gaskets, I know you can't see, it's dark in there, but all of the little pieces of gaskets all out. Literally looks brand new. And as you guys saw in the time lapse, we took a razor blade and we just went around the whole thing. Mainly Alex, he did most of it, and made a nice clean surface for the new gasket to be put on there, so we get a nice tight seal, so we don't have any head gasket problems in the future of the CBR 600RR. It's looking really beautiful. It's a lot better than when I picked it up, that's for sure. Well, what are we gonna do, Alex? Reassemble it?
Oh yeah.
Yep. Clean up all the individual parts that are laying on the table over there, and then put it all back together. It should be good. So what we did is we took out each individual valve, each individual spring, and the spring caps. We cleaned it all with diesel gas, or just gas in general. We cleaned it all good, compressed air it dry, so now they're sitting here all ready to go. The red is the exhaust side, and the green, you can see some green or bluish, is for the intake side. So now what we're going to be doing is putting these valves back in. As you can see, their valves are already back in, but now we're going to be individually putting all of the springs back inside of there. It's looking really good, And then what we're going to be doing is putting the buckets, doing the timing, putting the cams on, putting this back on so we can do the timing for it. And yeah, yep. And then this is also missing one exhaust manifold bolt, I guess, and we're going to be taking it off of this one. This is the old block, the one that blew up. We're going to be taking it off of this one and putting it on there. Alex isn't in here right now, but I seriously can't thank him enough for the help, because I would be lost at this point on. I can take apart a motorcycle, I can put it back together, but I don't know a lot about engines. I just know the absolute basics. What we did too is we took a straight edge blade, one of these, as you saw in the time lapse, and we went and put around all the gaskets so that it is nice clean surface to make it nice so the gasket will seat correctly. As you can see, it's a big difference in what it started with. Here's one that hasn't got done, but you can see it's a huge difference. Looking really good.
Monty, you made this?
Alright guys, I didn't make an outro for this video because we were just kind of fooling around after the end of the night. One of Alex's friend came over and we were just talking most of the time, but we did end up getting the head all back together and then it's all good to go. All we need to do is do the valve clearances yet, wait for the head gasket to come in and then put it back on the bike to do the valve clearances because it'll be a lot easier to do it with the cam chain on. Besides, you get the vibes. But thank you guys so much for watching. I know this is completely different from what you guys are used to. I know that my last video isn't performing as well, but I really love taking you guys through this process. And for the few guys that are, or few people, sorry, that are interested in this stuff, please let me know in the comments below if you liked learning or you like seeing me mess up or whatever you guys liked about this video. Please make sure to leave it down in the comments below. I love you guys so much. I promise you guys the S1000 RR motovlogs are not going anywhere. This is something just pretty fun to do while the weather is still shitty outside. Just waiting for spring, waiting for good weather. But this is really fun for me. I can't thank you guys enough for the support. Make sure to use my code S1KDK5, all caps, no spaces on BT Moto for 5% off, and then S1KDK, all caps, no spaces for NBT Clothing, Cardo, and MotorcyclePitMat.com. I love you guys so much. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.